Most teenagers will turn 30 broke, not because they're lazy, because nobody told them money has rules. And right now, you're being taught everything except those rules. School teaches you algebra, history, grammar, but not how money works, not how wealth compounds, not how one decision at 16 can cost you $1 million by 30. The average person waits until they're 40 to think seriously about money. By then, the teenager who started at 16 has a 24-year head start. That gap never closes. Most people wake up at 30 with debt, no savings, and a job they hate. And the worst part? They thought they were doing everything right. They bought the phone, they took the holiday, they upgraded the car. Every choice felt smart in the moment, but every choice moved them further from freedom. Nobody planned to be broke. They just never planned at all. And when you don't have a plan, someone else's plan takes over, usually a plan that benefits them, not you. Studies show that most millionaires built their wealth before the age of 45, and they all had one thing in common. They started learning the rules of money young. The rules are not complicated, they are not secret, but they are counterintuitive. They go against everything your instincts tell you to do with money, which is exactly why most people never follow them. Not because they don't want to be wealthy, because nobody made the rules feel real until it was too late. Today, that changes. 5 principles, 5 decisions that separate the teenager who becomes wealthy from the one who spends 30 years wondering why they never got ahead. Here's the truth that changes everything. Wealth is not a destination, it's a skill set. And like every skill, it can be learned by anyone willing to study it. The teenager who understands money as a system will always outperform the adult who treats money as an emotion. One is playing chess, the other is reacting to every move. Every wealthy person you admire made a decision to treat money as a subject worth mastering. Not a topic for adults, not something to figure out later, a priority right now. 81% of self-made millionaires say that financial education was the single most important factor in their success. Not luck, not connections, not talent, education. The moment you decide that learning how money works is as important as learning how to drive, everything shifts. You start seeing opportunities that everyone around you walks past. You stop buying things to look wealthy. You start buying things that make you wealthy. That single mental shift is worth more than any salary increase you'll ever receive. And that shift starts with 5 specific principles. Not motivation, not a vision board. 5 concrete rules that wealthy people follow without exception, starting from the day they decided to get serious. Here are the 5 principles. Learn them once, and they will serve you for the rest of your life. Ignore them, and the system will quietly work against you instead. Principle 1. Start investing before you feel ready. Most people wait until they have enough money to invest, but the truth is, investing is how you get enough money. Compound interest is the only financial force that rewards patience automatically. Warren Buffett made 97% of his total wealth after the age of 65. Why? Because he started at 11. You don't need a large sum to begin. You need a small amount and a long runway. Even $5 a week consistently invested begins to change your financial future. The key word is consistently, not when you feel like it. Every week, every month, automatically. Make the investment before you see the money so you never feel the loss. Every teenager has access to this principle right now. A small account, a consistent habit, and patience. That's the entire strategy. Everything else is just noise. Principle 2. Build a skill that the market will pay for heavily. Not a job, a skill. Jobs can be eliminated. Skills compound just like money. The highest paid people in the world are not the most educated. They're the best skilled in areas where demand exceeds supply. Coding, sales, design, storytelling, problem solving at scale. A teenager who spends 1 hour a day for 2 years mastering a marketable skill will enter adulthood with an asset that no one can take away. That asset generates income for life. Wealthy people do not rely on one income stream. They build skills that create multiple streams, and it almost always starts with mastering one skill so deeply that people pay premium prices for it. You are at the most powerful age to build skills. Your brain is fast. You have fewer responsibilities. Time invested in skill building right now returns more than any other period of your life. Principle 3, pay yourself first, before any bill, before any subscription, before any purchase. The first transaction every single month should always be to your future self. Most people save what's left after they spend. Wealthy people spend what's left after they save. That single reversal explains most of the financial gap between them. Research shows that people who automate their savings consistently save 3 times more than those who save manually. The behavior is identical. The difference is the system. Set a percentage, not an amount. 10% of every income you ever receive goes directly to savings or investment before you see it. Non-negotiable, automatic, forever. As your income grows, the percentage stays the same. 10% of $10 is $1. 10% of 10,000 is 1,000. The discipline scales with you automatically. Principle 4, know the difference between an asset and a liability. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. Wealthy people accumulate assets. Everyone else accumulates liabilities. Your phone is a liability. A course that teaches you a skill that earns income is an asset. Your car, in most cases, is a liability. A small investment account is an asset. The average teenager spends $600 a year on entertainment subscriptions alone. That same $600 invested for 30 years becomes over $40,000. Same amount, completely different direction. This is not about never spending. It's about understanding what your money is doing after you release it. Is it growing? Is it shrinking? Is it working? Or is it gone? Every purchase is a vote. You're either voting for your future freedom or for someone else's profit. Once you see every transaction that way, your relationship with money transforms permanently. Principle 5, master delayed gratification. This is the hardest principle and the most valuable. The ability to resist the immediate reward for a larger future reward separates almost every wealthy person from every struggling one. A famous study showed the children who could wait 15 minutes for a second reward consistently outperformed those who could not in wealth, health, and career outcomes decades later. Patience is a predictor. The modern world is designed to destroy your patience. Every app, every advertisement, every notification is engineered to make you want something immediately. Wealthy people have learned to resist this deliberately and consistently. Delayed gratification is not deprivation, it's prioritization. You're not saying no forever, you're saying not yet. And that small word yet is worth millions over a lifetime. Here's the cost of ignoring these 5 principles. Not some abstract future loss, a real number, a real life, a real gap between where you could be and where you end up. The difference between starting these principles at 16 versus 30 is not luck, not talent. It's a measurable financial gap in most scenarios of over $1 million. Same life, different timing. That gap is not recovered by working harder. It's not closed by a promotion or a lucky investment. Time that is lost cannot be recreated. This is the one resource with no refund. The teenagers who apply these 5 principles will not become wealthy because they were lucky. They will become wealthy because they made consistent decisions that most people around them refuse to make. They will be misunderstood. They will be called boring for not spending, strange for investing, obsessed for learning. And then, quietly, one day, they will be free, while everyone else is still working. The question you have to answer right now is simple, not easy. Simple. Am I the person who starts today,
Or am I the person who says, I will start later? Later is the most expensive word in the English language. Every week of later is a week of compounding that someone else gets and you don't. That's the real cost. 5 principles, 1 decision. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. The clock is running. Let it run in your favor.